The Mid-American Conference versus Sun Belt Challenge continues today from the Stroh Center here in Bowling Green, Ohio, as the Red Wolves of Arkansas State visit the Bowling Green Falcons. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us alongside Samantha Momeyer. I'm Brad Woznicki. The Bowling Green Falcons looking to build off their season-opening win on Monday night against Chicago State. Today, they'll see a very talented and tall lineup for this Red Wolves team. Arkansas State looking for their first win.
And Brad, when you're looking at the keys to success for this team, Todd Simon's going to look to push the Falcons in their tempo of the game as well as winning the glass. On the other side for Arkansas State, they're going to look to limit their turnovers and also get points in the paint.
Now, like Bowling Green, Arkansas State has quite a few new faces. But one of the new guys for Bowling Green that made his impact on Monday night, Marcus Hill. A lot to like about this young man's game. His ability to get to the basket and finish. Very good rebounding guard. And as Samantha pointed out, he'll push the tempo.
It's going to be the battle of transfer guards this afternoon. Marcus Hill last year putting together over 50% from the field, as well as having over 25 games with at least 20 points. Last game, Marcus proving this stat for the Bowling Green Falcons in their debut with 18.
And then for Arkansas State, you have Freddie Hicks, looking to continue on the Hicks name at Arkansas State. His dad, Freddie Hicks Sr., was known for what he could do, protecting the basket and getting on the glass. Well, Freddie Hicks, he can do a little bit of everything for this team.
Like you mentioned, Brad, for Freddie Hicks, it's really his overall play. Last game, all over the charts with his numbers. Ended the game, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals.
And let's take a look at these starting five. First for Arkansas State, it'll be Caleb Fields, Freddie Hicks the third, Taron Todd, Ladu Laku, who did not play in game number 1. He will be available tonight. And DeAndre Dominguez rounds out the starting five. For the Bowling Green Falcons, Marcus Hill, Deshaun Humphrey, P.J. Edwards, Jason Spurgeon, and Rashawn Agee. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will be Bowling Green basketball. Only one name in that starting five returning from last season for Bowling Green, and that's Rashawn Agee. Bowling Green coming off a 70-41 win in their season opener. The 41 points allowed by the Falcons were the fewest they had allowed since January 3rd of 2015, when they allowed Chicago State to only get 35 that night. Handling the basketball, this is Taron Todd, one of 2 Canadian players on the roster for Arkansas State. Out to the right wing. Good close there by Deshaun Humphrey. Pardon me, that was P.J. Edwards. Now it's Humphrey defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The runner. Nice bounce off the rim for Freddie Hicks. Freddie Hicks transfer from Tarleton State. Preseason All-Sun Belt third team honors. This is Hill with the basketball. He'll give it up. Now on the handoff, P.J. Edwards gets a little space, lets it go, and knocks it down. P.J. Edwards, 21 minutes. In the season opener, he was 1 for 3 from distance. That's where all of his shots came from.
For Arkansas State, looking at how they started off the season, they saw 2 early wins, but their most recent game, loss against Wisconsin, 76-105.
And the first 2 games that they saw were exhibition games. The season opener came against Wisconsin. Wisconsin shot 65% from the field in that game. The Badgers were also plus 16 on points in the paint and plus 12 in points off turnovers, while the Red Wolves had 17 turnovers and 4 for 21 from 3. Samantha, you touched on this, the keys for Arkansas State. We just said it there. They were outplayed in the paint, and those turnovers led to 12 points for the Badgers.
And a team that doesn't really look to shoot that mid-range jumper, more so just looking to shoot it from the perimeter and get inside the paint.
One more attempt here for Rashawn Agee, 14 points, 8 rebounds. 6 of those were on the offensive glass against Chicago State. Puts Bowling Green in front by 1. Bowling Green was 11 of 20 at the charity stripe in that season opener. Fields will get the high screen off the switch. He's guarded by Edwards. Good job to hold on to that ball as Agee was reaching around, and it's going to be a foul against Agee. Looked like he may have gotten a little too much of the arm. Bowling Green, we just said it for a guy like Rashawn Agee. He was such a big part of Bowling Green's success on the glass, out-rebounding Chicago State. Bowling Green needs more of that against a lineup that's got a lot of size throughout. Talking about a guy like Ladu Laku comes in at 6'10", then DeAndre Dominguez, 6'9" junior. Corner three on the way. Rims out. Got a foul away from the basketball. Let's see who this one's going against. Going to call that one against Bowling Green. They called that against Jason Spurgeon.
And for Bowling Green, doing a really good job of help getting there, just maybe a second or two too late. That's why we're seeing those back-to-back foul calls.
Fields on the right wing. Humphrey tries to fight through the screen. Open lane for Fields. He's blocked by Spurgeon. Hicks, a good look at a three, too strong. Spurgeon pulls in the rebound. 2.5 gone by. Hill off the screen. Oh, nice job. Saw a little opening there underneath, and Marcus Hill able to finish. Uses his body so well. He was 7 of 14 from the field in game number 1 in a Falcons uniform.
Had an open, a teammate on the other block too, but he's so confident in that aggressive attack.
Dominguez. Now Hicks. Working on that low block. The hook is short. Agee will bring it up the floor. See if he goes right at Laku. He does. Off glass and good. Rashawn Agee taking it coast to coast. Another guy that Todd Simon wants to see continue to look for his shot. And knocked out of bounds by Agee. Gets a high five from coach. A lot of love from his teammates.
And Brad, something dangerous about this Falcons team is their ability to have a confident presence handling the ball in their forwards. Both Jason Spurgeon and Rashawn Agee, as we just saw, able to bring it all the way up the floor.
And that allows Bowling Green to do more of what they want to do, push the tempo. You're not having to wait to get that ball in a guard's hands.
Exactly.
There's Caleb Fields off that little hesitation. Just a couple of years ago that Bowling Green had a Caleb Fields in a Falcons uniform. Did not finish his career at Bowling Green. It'll be Bowling Green basketball right in front of the Arkansas State bench. Adding more to Bowling Green playing with pace. Last season when Todd Simon was at Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds were ranked 4th in the nation for scoring, better than 82 points a game, only behind Gonzaga, Toledo, and Oral Roberts. Good stop there for the Red Wolves. Next whistle will take us to our first media timeout. One and done. Hill giving him that full head of steam coming down floor. He goes right to the cup. Got to slow him up before that. Bowling Green by 7. Hill's got 4. Able to get around Spurgeon. Challenged at the rim by Agee. And for Rashawn Agee, that's going to be his second personal. And Taryn Todd will go to the line when we come back. Bowling Green 9, Arkansas State 2. You're watching the MAC Sun Belt Challenge here on ESPN. Take a look at the all-time series. Bowling Green the advantage. It's been about 17 years since the last time these two teams met. And in fact, in that 2006 season, Bowling Green and Arkansas State met twice. Once down in Jonesboro, the other time at Anderson Arena, the former home for the Falcons. And Arkansas State, in that meeting that they had in November of that season, won that game by 10, but it was a win that was vacated by NCAA sanctions. And then, so Bowling Green went on to win both meetings that year. This series dates all the way back to 1950. That was the first meeting. Next meeting was 1988, and then the two in 06. Here's Taryn Todd. Spent a couple of seasons at TCU. Then in 21-22, he was at New Mexico. Last season at Northwest Florida State College, where he averaged just under 10 points a game. better than 3 rebounds and almost 3 assists a game. But his first game with Arkansas State this season, fouled out in 15 minutes. Rolls off the front rim, 1 for 2 for Todd, and then a foul. And that is not a good foul to have. It's going to go against Isaiah Nelson. Nelson started the opener but played just 6 minutes and had 3 personal fouls. He is one of the returners at 4.5 points and 5 rebounds a game last season.
And Brad, before Rashawn Agee took a seat on the bench after he got his second foul just early in this first half of play, we saw a little bit of the switch up in defense for Arkansas State. It was 35-2 for A-State that kind of switched up. They originally had number 35 playing Jason Spurgeon, thinking that he might be the power forward, but Rashawn Agee putting on a performance.
We'll see how long Agee's on the bench with those 2 personal fouls. Sam Towns is now out there. Ball knocked away, and back come the Falcons. And Humphrey fouled in transition. And just foul from behind, trying to get around Humphrey. That was Todd. His first personal. Hill now over to Towns. Spurgeon was looking to post up. Plenty of time on the shot clock for Hill. And Hill, ball knocked away for a moment, able to gather. Spurgeon well defended there by Hicks. Down to 6, Spurgeon lines up the 3, good. Well, for 25 seconds of that shot clock, that was good defense. But in the end, you get a great look for Jason Spurgeon. He was 1 of 4 from distance in his first game. 4 of his 5 shots were beyond the perimeter. For Bowling Green, that's a team that shot 28 threes in that season opener, knocked down 7 of them, and tried to flush it home on Spurgeon, couldn't finish it. And Jason Spurgeon sitting down on the baseline. It's going to be 4-on-5 for a moment. Hill doubled. Deep 3 is good. This time it comes from Deshaun Humphrey. But the Falcons training staff going to have to check on Jason Spurgeon. Spurgeon was the one who challenged at the rim on that dunk attempt. See if we get another look at it as Bowling Green has opened up a 12-point lead. Spurgeon also went to the locker room in the season opener when it looked as though he had twisted up his ankle. And you see he took a shot there, and then Nelson fell on him. And he came down awkwardly. And Jason Spurgeon coming right back to the bench, didn't actually go into the locker room this time. Just over 6 minutes gone by.
You got to give some credit to the Bowling Green offense making up for that, playing 4 against 5 and still knocking down another 3.
Bowling Green right now offensively shooting 75% from the field. The Falcons are 6 of 8, while Arkansas State just 1 of 8. And there is Bowling Green head coach Todd Simon, his first year as the head coach. See what he did the last 3 seasons at Southern Utah, a record of 65-28. His career head coaching record 127 and 104. Todd guarded by Hill. Todd in the paint, slips it to his teammate. Good hands by Marcus Hill, then getting on the floor. That was Edwards who came up with the loose ball. Well, Humphrey hit a 3 moments ago, passes up there. Edwards finds the cutting Towns. Deshaun Phillip out to the right wing. Ooh, just off the mark, but not a bad look there for P.J. Edwards. Off the shot fake. Hicks connects. Freddie Hicks. That's his first field goal.
Right idea to drive the defense into a lane and then kick it out to a corner.
Jason Spurgeon to the scores table for Bowling Green. Towns Step back, no. Going right to the basket. Fade away for Humphrey. Step back three, no. Drive to the basket, no. Fade away, yes. Back to a double-digit lead for Bowling Green. Nice behind-the-back move by Todd. Underneath to his teammate, Isaiah Nelson. Todd just creating, trying to find opportunities in the paint for the Red Wolves. A contested three didn't matter. Deshaun Humphreys feeling good. The transfer from Garden City Community College. He led the conference at 43% from distance. Todd to the basket. He was not challenged. And Hill looking to get inside. In the paint. Out to Towns. A floater from Sam Towns, no good. Rebounded by Nelson. Rebounding right now, both teams with 6 boards. Here's Todd. Another three and no good. That's 1 of 5 for Arkansas State. Well, Bowling Green 3 out of 4. Hill fights his way underneath. Nice reverse finish for Marcus Hill. He's got a half dozen, along with a couple of assists. And Arkansas State, though, beats Bowling Green down the floor. It results in a layup for Freddie Hicks.
Marcus Hill, defended or not, he's going to the hoop, trying to score.
Always keeping his foot on the gas. Underneath. And last touch by Hicks. Bowling Green basketball after our second media timeout, as the Falcons led by as many as 12 so far in this first half. 10-point advantage at the break. Bowling Green 22, Arkansas State 12. Well, new head coaches on both sides. For Arkansas State, Brian Hodson, 17th head coach in program history. He's got that familiarity with the Mid-American Conference, having been an assistant coach at Buffalo, and just prior to taking over the job at Arkansas State, assistant coach at Alabama under Nate Oates, the former head coach at Buffalo. Last season, the Red Wolves began the year with a combined 424 career games of experience. Well, this year, 791 career games. The guys he's brought in have a lot of experience at the college level. This is Spurgeon going to work against the smaller Hicks. Hicks trying to hold his ground. Spurgeon goes baseline and gets to the basket. Back up to Bowling Green's largest lead so far in this first half. We're midway through. Out on the floor for Bowling Green, and now defending is DJ Smith. Blocked by Spurgeon. Looking for an open man, able to give it up was Avery Feltz. And the scoop and score for Caleb Fields. Fields started all 33 games and led the team in scoring assists last season, despite playing much of the season with a broken wrist. Hill guarded by Darian Ford. Got that ball to Sam Towns, who was hit. And Todd Simon right now not happy with the execution for his players out there on the floor. Looked like he was talking to Deshaun Phillip. I believe he said just got to know the plays. And now here's Sam Towns, second-year Falcon after transferring over from Ohio University, remaining in the Mid-American Conference. First game this season, 6 points, 4 rebounds, right where he was in his season numbers in 22-23. This is a guy that was really coming into his own late in the season and then went out with a shoulder injury going after a loose ball. He missed 4 games. A very athletic young man. Not a bad look there. It's back into the hands of Fields. Ford to the basket, and good. Darian Ford. Transfer from Arkansas. From University of Arkansas to Arkansas State. Played in 21 games for the Razorbacks last season. First game with the Red Wolves, 7 points, but did turn it over 5 times. Backdoor cut by Towns, leads to an easy one. Deshaun Phillip the assist.
And for Bowling Green right now, really struggling to find answers against Arkansas State inside the paint.
Just over 8 minutes remaining, first half. And returning, DeAndre Dominguez. Going out was Julian Lewell.
Brad, lots of fouls early in this game so far, and we saw a similar trait happen in Bowling Green's debut last week.
A combined 8 fouls in the first 12 minutes, and a bit of a wild shot there from Marcus Hill. Ford tries a 3, that's off the mark. And Hicks pushed Spurgeon. And that's going to be the second on Freddie Hicks. And that's going to bring back Ladu Laku. Laku, a guy who has gone from Texas A&M Corpus Christi to Cal State Fullerton, then to Indian Hills Community College. Last season at Indian Hills, 5 points, 4 rebounds a game. Spurgeon. Loose basketball, diving for it. And Ford. It was last touched by Spurgeon. Bowling Green still working with a double-digit lead. 28-16 your score. You're watching ESPN. Well, Freddie and Frida doing a little stanky leg in the stands with the Bowling Green student section. As Bowling Green leads Arkansas State by 12. This is the first of 2 events here today at the Stroh Center. Going to have Mid-American Conference volleyball going on tonight at 6 o'clock right here on ESPN. The second of 2 meetings between Bowling Green and Buffalo. Bowling Green won last night in 4 sets, improving their chances to be in the Mid-American Conference tournament. Bowling Green still shooting better than 60% from the field, while the Razorbacks just under 40%. Pardon me, not the Razorbacks, the Red Wolves. Easy to do that. Another team from Arkansas. And Samantha, you and I were talking during the break. Both teams getting into the paint. Which team's going to be able to limit their opponent's easy opportunities?
I think we're just seeing a very aggressive game so far between both teams. Both teams just looking to get to the hoop no matter what it takes.
And if you're Arkansas State, you have to continue to look to get to the basket because of the struggles they've had beyond the arc. They like to shoot it from distance. Not so much the mid-range game, but it's get to the basket, get to the free throw line, or shoot it from distance. They're 1 of 7 beyond the arc. Bowling Green 3 out of 4. Fields almost lost it. Now goes to the corner. All the way to the basket and laying it in. DeAndre Dominguez, the UMass transfer. His first game with the Red Wolves, almost a double-double, 14 points, 8 boards. Back into the hands of Hill. Out to Towns, not going to shoot it from there. Spurgeon Backed his way in and gets the members bounce. They want to get more looks for Spurgeon in the paint. With his size, he's going to be able to shoot over teams from the outside. Laku, the hook, and it goes. Nice touch. Still have yet to see Arkansas State string stops together. Towns against Dominguez. The help came over from Laku and a big block. Not a good decision there. Hill goes baseline. Tried to force his way in there. Ford. And Dominguez to the basket. Goes. Counted on the foul. Spurgeon second, so now Jason Spurgeon and Rashawn Agee with 2 personals. Humphrey and Edwards going to return for Todd Simon.
And Bowling Green having to go a little bit shorter in their lineup could potentially cause problems for them against a taller Arkansas State team.
That turns into more of a team effort on the glass. Dominguez, last season at UMass, free throw line 73%. He was 3 seasons playing for the Minutemen. Open look at a 3. Almost dropped. Dominguez against Towns. Walked. It's an extra step there before going up with that one. Sam Towns did a good job there, not allowing Dominguez to just get all the way downhill. He worked to have to force him to make a post move. 5.5 to play in the first half. Smith turned over. Bowling Green's 3rd turnover. And Ford bumped the other way. That brings back Marcus Hill after a short rest. Now Bowling Green still without Trey Thomas, the transfer from Vanderbilt. His timetable for return, he could be back within the next couple of weeks. Right now dealing with a lower body injury. It's going to give a guy like DJ Smith an opportunity to make the most of his minutes because this is a very guard-heavy lineup. And speaking of guards, Anthony McComb III, second-year Falcon, checks in. 5 points against Chicago State. 21 games as a freshman, couple of starts. Inbounded to Todd, season opening along that baseline. Ford right back to the paint, there was contact. And McComb able to pick up the loose basketball. Phillip, catch and shoot. Hill underneath. Looked as though it may have been partially blocked, then it went off the side of the glass. Todd, 3. 5-point ball game. It's a 7-0 run for Arkansas State.
And you'd imagine Bowling Green might go 5 out right now, all 5 around the perimeter, with possibly Sam Towns setting that screen up top. But with this shorter lineup, they're definitely going to have to look to shoot from outside.
Edwards, help came over from Laku. Sam Towns keeps the possession alive. McComb for 3. Bowling Green's missed 3 in a row from beyond the arc. A-State can make this a 1-possession game. And Todd's gonna bring it out. Trying to split the defense. And Bowling Green's 6th team foul. Each team now with 6. And Not quite to the media timeout yet. Deshaun Humphrey in for McComb. It's going to be Fields to inbound. Off the back screen, Todd, guarded by Hill. And Todd underneath the basket, nice reverse finish. He's got 10 in the first half. Got a very good first step. Bowling Green's got to get something inside, can't settle from beyond the arc. But it will be Phillip, and his shot was partially blocked. And the officials get together on the call. It will be Bowling Green basketball when we come back. 3:26 left in the first half. Arkansas State right now on a 9-0 run. Well, Taryn Todd, double digits in this first half, 10 to lead the Red Wolves. Get a good look from three there. He's done a great job getting to the basket. I mean, you're going to get looks like that. He's going to make Bowling Green pay the rest of the afternoon. And here's that strong take moments ago to make it a three-point ball game. He's able to get baseline there against Hill. And the Red Wolves now up to 50% shooting. Bowling Green down to 48%. This is Humphrey to Hill. Three. Bowling Green now 3 of 9 beyond the arc. Started 3 of 4. Laku turns, gets the roll. That hook shot's been effective a couple times for Ladu Laku. Bowling Green not careful here, going to give up the lead. Sam Towns will give it out to Humphrey. Dejan Humphrey shuffled the feet there before he went up. It'll be Fields to bring it up the floor. He's got a couple of points, a couple of assists, and 2 steals in this first half. 11-0 run, now looking for the lead. Fields. Out to the corner, they swing it around. Open is Ford up top, that's a straightaway 3. Off the front rim, rebounded by Hill. A-State able to get back. And Hill one-on-one with Dominguez. A lot of dribbling going on here for Bowling Green. Down to 8 on the shot clock for Phillip. Hill, corner 3. The drought continues for Bowling Green at the offensive end. Off the switch, Towns defending, and Hill got back over, didn't matter. Todd now has 12 and just gave A-State the lead. 13 unanswered points. Timeout Bowling Green. And right now, Todd Simon in the face of Marcus Hill, and Hill's trying to plead his case. But Todd Simon, he's going to let his players know when they're not doing something right. And Marcus Hill earlier on in this ballgame was getting to the basket, kind of forcing his way inside. Now you're seeing Bowling Green, and not just Hill, settling from beyond the arc.
Bowling Green not necessarily struggling to get the opportunity to score, just with being effective in scoring, and also on the defensive end, just letting players from A-State slip inside.
Look at shots inside the arc. A-State, 66% from the field. Bowling Green's going to come out with Hill, Towns, Phillip, Edwards, and Humphrey. Remember, you still have Jason Spurgeon and Rashawn Agee on the bench, each with 2 personal fouls. Trying to get Hill on a post-up against Fields. Out top, Phillip. It's a 3 for Edwards. Rebounded by Laku. It looked as though Edwards may have gotten a piece of that shot. Bowling Green, another chance to take the lead back. Inside and good. Marcus Hill worked hard for that one, give him 8 points. Now can A-State answer back? Todd weaves his way through the defense, blocked by Towns, but a foul. That was a clean block, but maybe, and I say maybe, a little body contact there. Watch it again, you be the judge at home. Oh, man. That takes away a clean block for Sam Towns. And Todd to the line where A-State is 1 for 3. Front rim on the first.
Has to be frustrating for Towns too, because you work so hard to get a clean block, making sure that you're not coming in contact with another player, and then for a call like that, you have to have a short memory.
Two missed freebies. Bowling Green can take the final shot of the first half. That's Fields out on Hill. Out to Humphrey. He and Hill both have 8 points in this first half. Down to 3 seconds. Hill against Ford. Fade away. Got it! It's going to be a 1-possession game going into the locker room. Marcus Hill, 2 big buckets down the stretch to put Bowling Green in front. After 20 minutes, Bowling Green 34, Arkansas State 31. We're coming back with halftime highlights here in the Mid-American Conference Sun Belt Challenge. Three-point ball game at the break. Bowling Green on top of Arkansas State, and Rashawn Agee brought the energy early. 2 big guys, Agee and Spurgeon, playing their parts. You see the 3 there for Spurgeon. One of Bowling Green's 3 threes in the first half. Freddie Hicks hit one there. That was one of 2 for Arkansas State in the first half. Get the fadeaway game from Humphrey at 8 points in the first 20 minutes. A nice finish underneath. A-State may have struggled from distance early, but they also continue to go to the basket, getting themselves back into the game with a 13-0 run. Freddie Hicks blocked there. Hicks spent a lot of time on the bench in that first half because of his 2 personal fouls. Ford getting to the basket, giving a nice lift off the bench. Which team's going to be able to continually finish at the basket in the second half? That will be a question. Laku with a little hook shot there. Todd, one of the stories for A-State. 12 first half points. And then Hill, double digits of his own with 10. Well, Eric Marshall, former Bowling Green Falcon. He was a Bowling Green Falcon the last time Arkansas State and Bowling Green met back in 2006. He's now joining Todd Walker, the broadcast booth on the radio side for Bowling Green Athletics. Bowling Green leading Arkansas State 34-31 here at halftime. How about your first half numbers? Remember, Bowling Green started out very hot from the field, shooting at one point 75% on 6 of 8 shooting. But at the break, Arkansas State, because they keep getting to the basket and finishing, they're now shooting better than Bowling Green, who settled a lot from distance late in that first half.
And I think it says a lot about Bowling Green's offense, the fact that they were able to come out and end up on top before going into the break, since they were ahead majority of the first half. However, Arkansas State scoring almost every possession in that first half of play, whether that was inside the paint or from distance. And when you take a look at some individual stats, it's Hill right now for Bowling Green, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and on the other side for A-State, Taryn Todd, 12 points.
So those are your first half numbers, and also want to touch on the rest of the Mid-American Conference Sun Belt Conference Challenge games that are going on. Got Texas State leading Miami at Miami, 64-56 with 4 minutes to play in that one. UL Monroe leads Central Michigan 38-31 at the break. Eastern Michigan all over Georgia Southern by 17. And later on, about 10 minutes actually, Western Michigan and Georgia State will tip off. And you've got Buffalo and South Alabama, Ball State and Old Dominion. That will be a good one. And you've got Appalachian State versus Northern Illinois. Already had Akron and Kent State victorious in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. 3-point ball game. Stay with us. Well, Marcus Hill, his first game as a Falcon, 18 points so far in this one, 10 through the first 20 minutes of play. Getting to the basket, and look at the way he's able to use his body to finish. And here he was also finding his teammates. As Deshaun Humphrey hit from 3, and Hill a nice reverse finish there against Ford. He's always going to try and get downhill if he can. Goes right between defenders for that finish. And then the fadeaway game. And for Arkansas State, Taryn Todd, remember he was limited because of foul trouble in the first game of the season against Wisconsin. Well, he scored inside and out. This was Freddie Hicks with a 3. Freddie Hicks was the guy we talked about coming in, dealt with foul trouble. A couple of personals in that first half. See what he does with more minutes in the second half. Here's a breakdown of Hill and Hicks. You like both shooting numbers. Just look at the difference in minutes there. Hill played all but 1 minute of that first half.
And simply just because of that foul trouble that Hicks saw just early in the first half of play.
But the guy we noted, Taryn Todd, he has picked up the slack. Ladu Laku has scored inside. And Caleb Fields has done a good job distributing. We got a ball game, folks, 34-31. Second half will be coming your way. Well, how about the shoe game for both sides? And I asked my broadcast partner, Samantha Momeyer, who's got the best kicks out there today? I mean, everybody's got their own style. Bowling Green, you're looking at the feet right there of P.J. Edwards. Pink shoes, pink shoestrings. What do you like, Samantha?
I'd say for Arkansas State, I like the red. I like going with matching the uniform. But I think Bowling Green has a little bit more variety. So when you see DJ Smith, I like just the simple, the black, the white, the gold. It looks like, yeah, the Nike swoosh. But I gotta say, Marcus Hill, the neon, I think that's killer. Although I think it makes it easier to defend someone that's wearing shoes that bright. You always know where they are on the floor.
Yeah, and you remember those shoes when they're blown by you, too. Marcus Hill's done that a few times in the first half. We will have the second half coming your way after the break. Well, it's game 2 of the season for Arkansas State and Bowling Green. Excitement with the Mid-American Conference Sun Belt Challenge, and if Bowling Green is able to close this one out, the MAC would move to 3-0 in this challenge. But a full slate of games going on today. Brad Woznicki back with Samantha Momeyer. It's a fun time of year. You've got football, everyone trying to get into the college football playoff, win a conference title. Got the volleyball regular season coming to an end, postseason in a couple of weeks. Basketball season always comes up on you quick.
And when basketball season comes, it comes full-fledged, 2 games a week. It hits you different.
We'll see guys like Caleb Fields, who had 17 points in the opener, what he does in the second half. 2 points in the first half, a couple of assists and a couple of steals. Caleb Fields, 3rd all-time in career assists at Arkansas State. He's looking to pass Carl Archer next on that list. Caleb Fields, the native, is also among elite company, being just one of 5 players in program history to amass at least 1,000 points, over 250 rebounds, and over 250 assists. He's got the ball right now. He'll give it up. Arkansas State shot 50% in the first half. Bowling Green's got to clog up that paint as Hicks turns the corner and goes right at Spurgeon, and talking 13 seconds in the second half, and Spurgeon just picked up his 3rd. Spurgeon, he wants to challenge shots, use that length, protect the rim. He had 3 blocks in the opener. But Arkansas State is very good at drawing contact. Freddie Hicks hits the first. A-State now 2 of 6 at the line. Hicks was 8 of 10 in the first game. Going a little further into what his dad, Freddie Sr., accomplished during his time at Arkansas State. It was the all-time blocks leader with 204. And he also lettered for A-State from 95 to 99, anchoring in the team's run to the 1999 NCAA tournament. Get a chance to follow in your father's footsteps, put on that Arkansas State uniform. Just had a recent signing for Bowling Green, Jackson Pardon. His dad, Brandon Pardon, played for the Bowling Green Falcons in the early 2000s. Jackson going to be a Bowling Green Falcon. Tough take, tough 2 for Deshaun Humphrey. Opening minute of the second half, Fields stops, finds the cutting Todd, and over top Spurgeon. Spurgeon did not want to pick up number 4. Spurgeon wants it against Todd. Trying to get a little clear out. Help comes over from Laku, and Laku up in the air. Got the body contact with Spurgeon. For Laku, that's number 2. Spurgeon's first free throw. Might have rushed that one. This guy that led the team in shot blocks at Southern Utah. He was 2nd in the conference. Averaged 10.6 rebounds a game and 60% shooting from the field. His final season with the Thunderbirds. A-State can tie or take the lead on this possession. Todd out to the corner. That's a great look for Hicks. All set up by Taryn Todd. Hicks makes Bowling Green pay for leaving him open. He's got 9 points. Now can Bowling Green answer back after giving up the lead? Out to AG, over to Hill. 8 on the shot clock. Spurgeon. Somebody's got to look at the basket. Hill, baseline, got it up in time to beat the horn. Bowling Green used about 29.5 seconds there of the shot clock. Marcus Hill now has a dozen. Right back in the hands of Todd. Hill let it fly. Off the mark. Good box out there by Bowling Green. It'll be 4-on-4 for a moment. Spurgeon against the smaller Hicks. Slips it through to Agee. Big man to big man. Bowling Green by 3. For Spurgeon, his first assist. Agee now has 5 points. On the handoff, fighting through. Good job by Humphrey. Able to get to the basket and finish against Spurgeon. Todd showing just how tough he is getting inside. Spurgeon with Laku in his face. Spurgeon against Laku. Laku holds his ground and Spurgeon leaves it short. Ball picked up underneath by Edwards. Bowling Green's got a fresh 20. Humphrey to the basket, blocked. But that got to the glass first. Goaltending. And Darian Ford will check in. And blocked after that ball hit the glass. Count it for Humphrey, he knew it. Darian Ford in that first half, 15 minutes of action. A lot of those minutes doing parts of the foul trouble that Hicks had. Todd looking to stay hot, too strong on the 3. Get downhill, hanging, Hill. Rebounded by Dominguez. Dominguez wastes no time getting that shot up. Neither team has been successful from distance. A-State now 3 of 13, Bowling Green 3 out of 11. Falcons have missed their last 7 3-point attempts. Spurgeon, why not? Off the mark there.
You can tell both teams are trying to push the tempo of the game on offense, but the defenses of both the Falcons and A-State is strong.
Todd able to squeeze his way in there. 18 points. And Hill, a lot of contact. Baseline pass to Spurgeon, blocked by Dominguez. Off the lob, too high for Ford. We're going the other way. Well, 3-point game at half. This ball game remains tight. Bowling Green 42, A-State 41. Well, a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in Northwest Ohio, looking just outside the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. The Falcons with a lot of new faces this season. Makes you wonder how things are going to play out in the Mid-American Conference. We'll take a look at the preseason poll. The Bowling Green Falcons picked right in the middle of the pack. Akron and Kent State, your top 2, Ohio right there, and Toledo rounds out that top 4. I'm anxious for January to come to get Mid-American Conference play underway. You're going to see a lot of tests for this Bowling Green team throughout non-conference play too. Falcons want to make the most of every time at home.
And it's hard to determine a preseason guess for a team like Bowling Green with such a new roster, new coaching staff, a team that's really kind of changed this year in everything, the way they're playing defense, the way they're playing offense.
Bowling Green's going to have their first road test against Oakland coming up on Tuesday, then returning home next Friday, take on Bellarmine. Mid-American Conference play will start on January 2nd when the Falcons host Eastern Michigan. About an hour drive from Ypsilanti to Bowling Green. Trying to get Agee on a post-up. It's guarded by Dominguez. And Rashawn Agee, good find to Towns. And Towns couldn't get it to roll over the iron. Agee there trying to clean it up. He does. A little chest pound afterwards from Agee. He's always going to let you know when he's working hard. Still a one-possession game. Almost 6 minutes into the second half. Ford came up empty. Gets his own miss. A-State can reset. Fields with it. And Hill kind of had his arms locked up there with Fields. For Hill, that's his second. That last foul was just Bowling Green's second. The lob, unable to finish it. It's one for Nelson he's got to put home. A-State's going to be fortunate to keep the basketball. Seen a couple of lob attempts for A-State. Neither one has been successful. One pass was too high, and that time Isaiah Nelson just couldn't put it in. Job by Hill to jump out high there on Todd. Off the switch. Humphrey trying to keep Todd away from the basket. Pretty good job defensively. Ball tipped and taken away. Here's Hill. P.J. Edwards. His first triple. Bowling Green's fourth, and the lead is 6. Right back the other way, Ford. And Humphrey. Frustrated by the foul call. Then as he reacted there, we got stepped on. Spurgeon's going to come back in. He's joined by Deshaun Phillip. Be Edwards and Agee to go out. That foul was on the floor, so Red Wolves basketball out on the baseline. It'll be Fields to inbound. Let's get a little DMX played in between whistles. The lob in, nobody there for A-State. It's Humphrey at the basket, challenged by Laku. Humphrey going right into our camera guy. And both look to be okay. And a corner three for Darian Ford. A-State's fourth three. And Dominguez picking up their personal foul. Watch this block attempt. And Laku does such a good job running the floor. Right there. It's coming right into your living room at the end of that. This is Hill handling the basketball, guarded by Fields. Phillip against Dominguez. Humphrey got his defender in the air, time winding down, knocked down. Deshaun Humphrey. A mid-range game for a guy known for his outside shooting ability.
Humphrey having a few minutes to himself here, being effective defensively and now scoring.
And Todd's floater good. Get a little bit of that Mike Conley Jr. game, especially with Terran Todd being a lefty. Hill out to Humphrey. Bowling Green's got 15 seconds to work with, and launching the three, Humphrey a little bit short. Bounce pass to Laku, he hangs, got it to go off the window. Laku, 6 points, 3 boards. And the amount of shots that he's challenged when Bowling Green's tried to get to the basket, he's been a factor at both ends. And kick basketball right into the official. 1-point ball game with 11:28 to play. Don't go anywhere. Bowling Green 49, Arkansas State 48. Welcome back to the Mid-American Conference Sun Belt Challenge here on ESPN. Bowling Green opened up a 6-point advantage, only to see A-State answer back with a 7-2 run. Fans so far have gotten their money's worth in this one as Bowling Green's trying to start 0-2. Trying to start 2-0, that is. Make Arkansas State 0-2. A-State going from the Big Ten to the Mid-American Conference for their first 2 games. DJ Smith, Deshaun Humphrey, Jason Spurgeon, Sam Towns, and Deshaun Phillip out there for Bowling Green. Got Hicks, Fields, Todd, Laku, and Ford for A-State. DJ Smith tried to get inside. That's a tough shot. A-State's going to live with that look, and now they'll have a chance to take the lead. A-State trailed for most of the first half. They took a 1-point lead late in the half before Bowling Green answered back with the final 4 points of that first half. Sam Towns looking to take it all the way. Too quick to the basket for Laku there. 6 points for Sam Towns.
Sam Towns has really stepped up tonight for Bowling Green when Spurgeon and AG haven't been able to produce as much as they'd like, whether it was foul trouble or they're being guarded. Probably the closest on this Falcons team right now.
You're giving up a little bit of size, especially in weight there if you're Sam Towns. But he also gives you a lot running the floor, challenging shots. And Sam Towns was supposed to be the recipient of that pass. The official says last touched by Bowling Green. The baseline official there had the best look. The other 2 officials would not have had a good look at it. Laku's going to get a rest. Freddie Hicks will give it up to allow Fields to set up the offense. See if they try and work a 2-man game. They do. Passing on the 3, going out to the right wing for Ford. Darian Ford got a good look. Second 3 of the half for A-State, and Ford now has 8 points off the bench. Sam Towns against Dominguez. Turn around with the left hand, no good. And Hicks trying to hold off AG. Going to be called for wrapping his arm around AG. That's going to be Hicks' 3rd. Good news for Hicks, though, he's been able to play over 10 minutes of this second half and not pick up that 3rd until now.
And hitting 2 or 3 fouls at this point in a game, too, not too much of a worry.
And Hill against Ford. And just enough body contact there to send Marcus Hill to the line. Looking to add to his team-high 12 points. Bowling Green 3 of 6 at the line.
And Marcus Hill doing a good job of what you had mentioned earlier that A-State was doing a good job of, and that was drawing contact. We've seen Marcus Hill all game just trying to get to the line.
Now Bowling Green 3 of 7. Neither team has really shot it well from beyond the arc or at the free throw line. 1 for 2 for Hill. Phillip out high on Todd. Behind the back to Hicks. Goes back to Todd. And Todd able to get down the lane, scoop it up and in. Taron Todd has put on a show with his handles today. Give him 22 points to lead all scores. Hill goes right back at the defense, and that's number 2 on Fields. Right back to the line for Hill. Marcus Hill transferring over from Southern Union State Community College. He's one of 3 players to start all 31 games last season at Southern U. Led the JUCO in scoring. He was a 3rd-team All-American. Knocks down the front end. Two for 2 on that trip. Bowling Green back in front by 1. Out top, Hicks. Off the mark. Deshaun Phillip able to tip that rebound to himself. Cross court to Hill. Hill pushed by Fields. And that's now 3 on Fields, 2 in the last minute. Just can't allow Hill to get that full head of steam getting downhill. And it's easier said than done. But when you don't get a basket at one end, Bowling Green's going to look to push. Hill, nice move. Got to the baseline. Makes it a 3-point BG lead. And then a steal and finish for DJ Smith. A-State a little sloppy with the basketball. Bowling Green by 5. It was the 8th turnover for A-State. Now long rebound out to Phillip. Bowling Green's got a little momentum. Leaving it for DJ Smith. His bullet pass knocked away. And Bowling Green will have it. And returning is Avery Feltz. Feltz, an excellent outside shooter, led the team in three-point shooting last season, 38%, 59 triples. Did not get a look in that first half. AG, and no whistle, play on. AG gets the basket to give him 9 points. Bowling Green right now on an 8-0 run. Contested 3, AG the board. Hill, good defense from Ford. This is Smith. Tried to go off glass, tipped around, and Ford's got it. Ball knocked away from Ford, scramble for the loose basketball. Bowling Green gonna slow things down here. Or not, Marcus Hill right to the basket, draws another foul. It'll be Hill to shoot 2 more free throws as Bowling Green has opened up a 7-point advantage with 7:12 to play. Well, Bowling Green getting stops and pushing the basketball. Marcus Hill continues to get to the basket. Drew the free throws there. Goes right back to the basket before the break. Couldn't get the bucket to go, but he's going back to the line. You just cannot relax when you're guarding Marcus Hill. He's nearing 20 points in this ball game after 18 in the first one. But if you're Bowling Green too, make the free throws count. They're 6 of 10.
And before we went into that timeout too, we saw some big power momentum plays from Bowling Green, and I think that's what they thrive off of after we saw that first game of play last week. you can see the whole coaching staff getting excited for them. The rest of the team really doing their best when they're making those big plays.
Here's the update on how our impact players have done. Hill, 17 points to lead Bowling Green. Hicks got going a little bit to start this second half, but has been quiet as of late. And Hill, it's 3 in a row at the free throw line, actually 4 in a row. And Deshaun Humphrey on his way to the scorer's table. And he's going to get Rashawn Agee. Bowling Green's going to go with more guard-oriented lineup to match up with the lineup of A-State. Todd drives hard left side, slowed up by Phillip and chased right back out to midcourt. And Todd against Towns. Ooh, that's a tough basket. I mean, Towns really couldn't have played any better defense. Forced him away from the basket. Under 7 to play. DJ Smith directing traffic. Up high to Towns. Ooh, finds the cutter. That's Hill. And a late whistle. And a foul against Todd, just his second. Hodson questioning the call. See here. Yeah, see, Todd came down with that left arm, and that's where he got Hill. That's going to be called every time. 20-point mark for Hill with 1 more to come. Bowling Green has led by as many as 12 in this game. They've worked the lead back up to 9 right now with 6.5 to play. A-State's got to be careful this doesn't get back to a double-digit lead down the stretch. And Todd gets to the basket for an and one. Towns swatted at that one in the last second. Picks up his second personal, and Taryn Todd just keeping Arkansas State in this ballgame.
The free throws are going to start to become a big part of the scoring after all these fouls that we've seen throughout this afternoon's game.
Taryn Todd, the journeyman. First year with A-State. Completes the three-point play. Good to see a free throw go down 2 for A-State. They're now just 3 of 8.
Compared to Bowling Green, 10 for 14. A lot of that contributed to Hill.
This is Humphrey on the right wing. Guarded by Fields. Bowling Green gonna go out top to Hill. Towns, he wants it over to that right side so he can get post-up position. He's got the smaller man on him. Time winding down. Towns over to Smith. 1 more pass. Humphrey fading away into that corner. Phillip on the backside with the board. Bowling Green's got another 20 seconds to work with. Off the crossover. A-State's going to look to push here. Here comes Dominguez. Goes right at Smith. Tosses it up there as he was out of control. And Hill, the Euro step out to the corner. Good look at a 3. Humphrey knocks it down. Dejan Humphrey's got 17. He and Hill have combined for 38. Darren Todd working against Hill. And for Hill, got a hand in there for his 3rd personal. There's just no easy way to slow up Todd. I mean, he uses his length well. Very good ball handler as he's exhibited today. And when he's able to get around you, he's looking to get all the way to the basket. That was Bowling Green's 5th team foul. Falcons already in the bonus. A-State with 8. And Todd, his reverse, he was off balance. Up ahead, 1 more pass. Bowling Green gonna bring it out, run through the half-court offense. Bowling Green can make this a double-digit lead. Here's Towns. Fields knocked it away. Stays with Bowling Green. 4:38 remaining in the game. 13 on the shot clock. Spurgeon to the scores table. He's going to get Towns. Towns will go to the bench with 6 points and 6 boards. And Laku back in. Try and match up with Spurgeon. Spurgeon against Laku. It's one-on-one, and Spurgeon wins that round. 9 points. Todd hangs and scores. Back to a 9-point game. Bowling Green quickly the other way. Humphrey for three, it drops. Letting the Falcon fans know about it. 20 now for Humphrey. Todd for three, no. Laku tries to pull on the board. Humphrey got his hands in there. It finds the hands of Dominguez. So Humphrey today with 5 triples after that last one. 5 of Bowling Green's 6 threes. Back in the hands of Spurgeon. Laku trying to stay right up on him. Goes to the basket, flips it up, and it rolls off. Big possession for Arkansas State. Every possession down the stretch, they got a value. Off the front rim, tipped in. 8-point game. Battle on the glass has been tight throughout. Right now, Bowling Green +2 in rebounds. It's Hill out top to Spurgeon. Tries the three. Okay, the door's open here. A-State a chance to get this back to a 2-possession game. Todd to the basket. Boy, he just knows how to finish. Terran Todd, that last bucket, give him 31. No one else on the floor for A-State's in double digits. Spurgeon walked. He was challenged there between 2 defenders. And if anything, Todd Simon looking for a jump ball. 2:18 remaining. A-State back within 6. One more look at what was called a travel against Spurgeon. Dejan Humphrey in the Bowling Green student section. Humphrey has 3 of Bowling Green's 6 threes today. Got this one off the find from Marcus Hill. Connecting from the corner. Then in transition, you watch it again. And that one hit every part of the iron before it dropped. Helping Bowling Green's cause, up by 6 with 2:18 remaining. Humphrey's got 20, Hill's got 21. But Terran Todd with the basketball, he's got 31. Dominguez 3. It goes, and Bowling Green's lead is down to 3. Dominguez has 11, joining Todd in double figures. He's working on a double-double, he's 1 rebound shy. Could turn into a free throw game with under 2 to play. Hill to the basket. That's too easy. Hicks for 3. Rims out, fill up the rebound. Big possession right here for Bowling Green. They can take it inside of a minute to play. and can make it a 3-possession game. Ford is out high on Hill. And Hill gets around Ford, flips it up and in. 25 for Marcus Hill. He handled the ball from start to finish there. Now Todd looking to answer back. Drives against Humphrey. No good. Tipped around. Hicks has got it. And Hicks has a chance at a three-point play. Muscled it up there with the contact. And a couple of players a little slow to get up, including Marcus Hill. He might be a little bit gassed right now.
Looked like there was a collision too where Hill fell on top of one of the A-State players when they were all going up for that rebound.
And that knocks even a little more air out of you. So 46 seconds remaining. Freddie Hicks will try and make this a 4-point ball game. He's got 11 points, 3 rebounds. Remember, A-State just 3 of 8 at the line as a team. And a full timeout is called. Bowling Green 76, Arkansas State 72. Chance for the MAC to move to 3-0 against the Sun Belt Conference in the challenge. Next up for Bowling Green, they'll head to the O-Arena there in Rochester, Michigan to take on the Oakland Grizzlies. MAC home Friday to take on Bellarmine. And you've got Western Kentucky, Lipscomb, and Canisius all coming up. So a lot of games to be played in the month of November. We'll get that stretch over Christmas break where Bowling Green will have a chance to kind of regroup and get ready for Mid-American Conference play. Bowling Green's final game in the first half of the season will be played on December 19th. Then not home again till January 2nd. The Falcons got to try and close this one out first. I mean, throughout this game, you've seen double-digit leads, and Arkansas State has been able to answer back. Let's go through what is ahead for Arkansas State, who right now, if things stay the way they are, will drop to 0-2. A-State will head home next. Then they've got another Big Ten matchup. They already saw Wisconsin. It'll be Iowa next on next Friday. Iowa, like Wisconsin, not necessarily going to put up a lot of points, but they're going to make it a physical game, going to force you to execute. When you're playing at Iowa, that is one of the tougher environments in college basketball. I would say Cameron Indoor there at Duke, definitely one of the toughest. Try and go win at Allen Fieldhouse against Kansas, not easy.
They might be having to have a game where they're on from the perimeter rather than having majority of their points come from inside the paint playing against a team like that.
You learn a lot about yourselves early in the season. You want to have a tough schedule because your non-conference schedule, it doesn't matter. Or your non-conference record, that is. It's what prepares you for conference play. Last night you had great non-conference matchup between Arizona State, just Arizona, the Wildcats, and Duke. And Arizona came away with the 5-point win at Duke. That was just the first loss for John Shires, the head coach at Duke, at home. Blue Devils 17-1 at home under Shires since taking over for Coach K. And Marcus Hill looking to break the press, got to stay out of a trap, and he's bumped by Hicks. And for Freddie Hicks, that is the end of his day. That's number 5. According to the scoreboard, that's number 5 on Hicks. And ready to check in is P.J. Edwards. The day should be done for Hicks. Let's see who's going to come in. It's like Avery Feltz. So Hicks ends with 12 points and 3 rebounds and 1 assist. That's after having 21 against Wisconsin. Marcus Hill at the line, a familiar place in the second half, and gets the first to drop. Makes Bowling Green 11 out of 15. Sam Towns was ready to come in there for a moment. One for two. 2-possession game under 40 seconds. A-State doesn't need a 3 here. As Todd was baseline against Spurgeon. And blocked by Spurgeon. Great job by the big man to move his feet. Stayed right with Todd. Watch the defense again. Stayed right with him along the baseline, then got all ball on the block. 17 on the shot clock. Lobbed in, Spurgeon got a hand on it, so did Dominguez. Ooh, that was very close to being last touched by A-State. And Bowling Green's coaching staff screaming for the officials to look at that one. And I think Bowling Green's got a case. This is a dangerous lob in with that length of Spurgeon. And that was last touched by Dominguez. This should be Bowling Green basketball with 24 seconds left.
And a costly touch for A-State too, because Bowling Green has the opportunity now to just play keep away on offense.
We'll steal the game at the line with free throws. Bowling Green and Arkansas State both have shot 50% from the field today. A-State a slight advantage on the glass, but Bowling Green just 6 turnovers in this ball game. That is a stat you're going to circle. Falcons only 2 turnovers in the second half. When this one goes final, we will hear from Bowling Green head coach Todd Simon. He's looking to start 2-0 as the head coach for the Falcons. Basketball is going to stay with Arkansas State. Bit surprised there, but the officials had the best look at it. Red Wolves got to work quickly. Todd to the basket, goes corner, 3. Can't leave him open. Finally, Avery Feltz gets a look. Said it earlier, Feltz, the team leader in threes last season, got a clean look there and makes it a 2-point ball game. 7th 3 for Arkansas State. They're now 7 out of 21. There's no surprise that Todd was going to get the ball on that inbounds, let him make something happen. That corner shot was wide open. Now it returns to being a free throw contest. If Arkansas State doesn't force a turnover on the inbounds, Bowling Green's got to have the ball in the hands of who they want at the line.
This game is starting to look like the women's basketball game we also saw last week, a game that's coming down to 3 free throws.
You missed it Tuesday night. Bowling Green women's basketball against Cleveland State came down to the final seconds. Bowling Green had an 8-point lead. Pardon me, they trailed by 8. Falcons got a big 3 from Amy Velasco. Got within 1, then a couple of missed free throws on the Cleveland State side. And then Bowling Green freshman Paige Kohler tied it. Second free throw missed, and Cleveland State got the rebound with their top player, Destiny Leo, and She called a timeout with a second remaining, and Cleveland State did not have a timeout left. Bowling Green would win it with the technical free throws from Lexi Fleming. What a start it was to the Fred Shamil era for Bowling Green. Now Bowling Green women's basketball won't be home again till November 27th after Thanksgiving. Hill on the inbounds. Looking for Phillip, and Bowling Green's going to have to call one of their 3 remaining timeouts. Samantha, when you get a chance, take us through who has done what today at the free throw line for Bowling Green. We know Marcus Hill has been there a lot. As a team, Bowling Green is 11 out of 16. Free throws today for the Falcons. Hill 7 of 8. We've got AG 1 out of 2, Spurgeon 0 for 2, and Towns 2 for 2. Hill able to run the baseline. Gets it into Spurgeon, gets it right back. Out to Humphrey. Bowling Green's going to get it across the timeline, and a foul from Dominguez. His second. So Humphrey to the line, where he has not attempted a free throw today. He's got 20 points in this ball game, second on the team in scoring. And Dejan Humphrey last season at Garden City was a 78% free throw shooter. Chance to make it a 2-possession game if he can hit both. Gets the bounce and the roll on the first. Bowling Green needs this one. Humphrey, 2 clutch free throws. And timeout. 11.9 seconds remaining, and a 30-second timeout called by Arkansas State. Arkansas State, a team that's returning 6 letter winners, 3 starters, looking to play with a faster pace this season. Last season they averaged 65 points a game, 75 today. The problem is they've given up almost 80 to Bowling Green. And also, you got to work on, if you're A-State, your defense in the half court, because Wisconsin and Bowling Green, yes, much different teams, much different programs. Wisconsin, 65% from the field. Bowling Green today, 50% from the field. That's tough to win on the road when your opponent's got that kind of shooting percentages.
When you're looking at a game like this, when it comes down to free throws, you almost have to be careful who you get your hands on, but time doesn't always allow for that either. After just seeing Humphrey's shots.
Hill guarding Todd. No good. Towns comes in for the board, and as he's going down, he was fouled. Foul called against Dominguez. With 5 seconds remaining, Sam Towns could put this game away. Good job by Hill. Didn't make that easy for Todd to get to the basket. And Sam Towns rather, a little issue with contact. Going to step to the line. Towns today, 6 points, 7 rebounds. Converts on the first. Reminder to stay with us for post-game coverage. We'll hear from Bowling Green head coach Todd Simon. Bowling Green's going to start the season 2-0.
It's 4 for 4 for Sam Towns.
Dominguez gets it into Todd. Pull up 3, no. Humphrey the rebound, Bowling Green victorious. Falcons 2-0 on the season, 81-75 the final. Marcus Hill leads the way in the scoring again. He and Deshaun Humphrey both going for 20-plus. Taron Todd did his best for Arkansas State, going for 30-plus today. This a team win for Bowling Green. Falcons win it by 6. Arkansas State drops to 0-2. And Bowling Green now 4-1 all-time against Arkansas State in the all-time series.
And Bradford, two very closely contested teams. This is definitely a big win for Bowling Green, especially to go 2 in a row and provide some consistency within this new team, new roster, new coaching staff.
Todd Simon era off to a 2-0 start. Let's take you through the final stats from this one when we have a moment. As Bowling Green today shot 50% from the field. Arkansas State 49%. The Falcons knocked down 6 threes. A-State 7 out of 22. And the Falcons, when they needed to, knocked down the free throws 15 of 20 in this ball game. And joined now by Bowling Green head coach Todd Simon. And Coach, let's touch on first the way Marcus Hill and Deshaun Humphrey were able to play off of one another today. It turned into a two-man game with the way they were able to work together.
Yeah, two fantastic players. They've been really good for us all fall and summer, and you know, they made big plays down the stretch, and they continue to impress and get better and better.
And talking down the stretch, Taron Todd, he goes for 30-plus today. He was a tough man to keep out of the paint. When you're trying to defend him, I mean, he's got good length, good quickness going to the basket, but when you needed it down the stretch here, Jason Spurgeon, your big guy, made everything tough for him along the baseline.
Yeah, they're such a good shooting team that we wanted to make them make a bunch of twos, and they certainly did make a bunch, but scoring 2 at a time and making that kind of difficult for them. Obviously we didn't want to give up as many as we did, but all in all, we were more about making sure we take away that 3 and that was a big key of the game.
And one of the biggest stats that I think sticks out in this game, just 6 turnovers today. 4 of those came in the first half. Keep the ball in the hands of Marcus Hill, but guys just looking to get inside and, again, taking care of it.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus was incredible. He's 26, 5, and 4. 1 turnover, 38 minutes without really having much of a breather there. He was fantastic. And, great group effort all around.
And now it's your chance to learn about your team on the road. Oakland next, coming up Tuesday. Your thoughts on that matchup in the first road test?
Yeah, they're a very good team, and they're very good at home. They just gave Illinois all they could handle, so we'll learn a lot about ourselves here once we hit the road. Coach,
good luck at the
Thank you
arena.
So much.
We'll see you next week.
Go Falcons.
Bowling Green head coach Todd Simon as the Falcons get it done today here at home. Bowling Green now 2-0. Getting a win today over Arkansas State as Marcus Hill and Deshaun Humphrey lead the way. That'll do it for us. I want to thank my broadcast partner, Samantha Momeyer, and our entire crew. A reminder, today's game can only be seen on ESPN. The Falcons get it done in the Mid-American Conference versus Sun Belt Challenge.